Hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy Monday morning. Here we are. I hope you're out there too. Nice to see you, kind of, if I could see you. Well, let us go. First workout of the, what are we on now? Daylight time. Yes. I hope you've adjusted already to your 1 hour of lost sleep. I'm sure you're fine. Good. Oh, here comes Juno to say good morning. Here. Oh, might as well say good morning. There. Good morning. There. Wish us luck. Okay. Let's start with some deep start again with some deep breaths. Nice big reach up. We haven't done this in a while, actually. We usually end with deep breaths. But we'll start with a big inhale up. And let's take one arm way up straight. And then we're going to lean over. Lean over as far as you can go while keeping this top arm nice and straight. And then let's take it right into big circles. Big circles. Right up onto your toes at the top if you like. Stretch it out. Good. And then when we get to the top here, let's go. Other arm reaching up high as you can, and then leaning over. So straight arms, especially this top one, and then take it all the way around. Good. Just wake up the systems a little bit on this Monday morning. Hope you enjoyed that lovely spring-like weekend. Wow, that was very nice. Is it a trick? Do you think that's the end of winter? I can't believe that it could be, but I guess stranger things have happened. To cap off a strange COVID year. Hey, and I ran into a few people from class this weekend out walking and stuff who've been vaccinated or who are in line to get vaccinated. So that's awesome. Good. Here we go. Backs of hands coming toward each other. We are getting closer to normal. With COVID, I mean, not with your hands getting close together. Okay, a few more going forward. Really feel in between your shoulder blades here as you go around. Okay, and then we're going to go the opposite way. Big circles going backwards. So this time, feel it here in your chest opening up as you go backwards. Squeezing, well, I won't turn all the way around, but squeezing together in back toward each other. Don't necessarily want your shoulder blades touching. I don't know if that's possible. Just open up. Big circles, and then let's make them smaller. Smaller circles. So I don't know if you saw in the note or in the picture from this workout that I had a band. So if you have a band too, excellent. If you don't, we're going to do the exercises with weights. So you can do them on the repeat with weights again, or with nothing, or with the band. Up to you. Okay, feet are moving, arms are moving. Let's make a fist. Let's open up our hands. Fist, open up. Now let's go fast. My feet speed up when my hands speed up. I gotta think about that. You can try to keep them separate, but that's a lot of brain work. Okay, shake it out. Shake it out. Yeah, what else do we have today? A little bit of cardio, a little bit of core, maybe a few new exercises in the core department. We shall see. Let's go to this one where we go across. So stretching across, trying to keep your hip bones here pretty much facing forward as you're turning, and then squeezing back, twist again, squeezing back. So I sent a note to some of you about doing indoor classes possibly, but I think that, well, I know that. I just sent a note to say that we're going to stick with online for now and go outside when the weather warms up enough and the snow melts enough. So I apologize to those of you who were keen to go inside, but it just, the majority, including me, was not as keen on wearing a mask while working out and trying to keep things low intensity. As you can hear, I'm kind of out of breath, and we're just warming up. So I was thinking, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if you know, but I have a tough time with decisions. So, yeah, anyway, that's the decision for now. So happy to have you here online. Thanks for joining me. Let's get this arm a swinging, and then let's go the other way. Other direction. The good news and bad news about online workouts is that you can do them anywhere. The bad news being you have no excuse not to do them. There's always an excuse. I know. Believe me, I know. Because I got them myself. But here we are. So, yeah. Let's do one more. One more with arms up high, 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 knee down low, and then bring your hands down to your hips. Little pulses. Little pulses, warming us up for a couple of the exercises I see coming up. We'll be in this stance for at least one of them. Okay, and then let's come on up. Walk your back foot in. You know what we're up to here. Heel is on the ground, toes are up. You're trying to keep a flat back as you sweep down and back up again. Sweep down and up. Maybe you feel this in the back of your front leg. Hamstrings and such. And the last one. And then come on up and let us take a wide stance. Before we go to the other leg, we're just going to go side to side here. Side to side. Just keep it moving. Dynamic. Warm up here. No stopping. Okay, and then let's go over to the other side. Split stance. Opposite arm to your front leg is hanging down low. Gravity's helping you out. And then we're going to switch direction and go the other way. Big circles. Okay, and then keep that foot forward. And let's reach up and drop down. Up and down. Really reach up with those arms. You're not just tossing them. You are reaching up actively. Fingertips toward the ceiling. Oh, I know it's Monday morning, but we gotta muster this, our enthusiasm. How's that? Did you like my picture on the thumbnail that came with this video? So today, for the first time, the computer's up high so it can, get a better shot. So I can't really see the keyboard. So I put my step there so that I could see the keyboard. And then I had to run back to get in the shot. And I almost flew off the step and so I actually changed the thumbnail a few times, but I still look surprised every time. Oh, at least I didn't hurt myself coming off the step. Don't understand, some of you, how hard it is to try to type on a computer when you're like this. And you can't see very well. Whew. Very difficult. Anyway, enough of the pity party for me. I'm not getting any taller. I've resigned myself to that. There we go. I come from a long line of short people anyway, so I never really noticed that I was short until I moved to Alberta. Or maybe it was Manitoba. Anyway, okay. Have you turned off the volume now so you don't have to listen to me? Keep on swinging while I think about what we're doing next. I don't have to think. I know what we're doing next. We are getting some weights. Actually, I'm going to get my band too, which is right here for later. I'll put it here. So I'm going to use a variety of weights today, I think. Yeah, and I'm going to use the heavier ones to start, because the first one we're going to do, I think I'll use 2 weights, is a diagonal lunge with a row. So you're stepping, it's like a forward lunge, except you're stepping out into a V with each foot rather than forward. Okay, so we're going forward, and then the opposite hand is going to row up and up and up again. And then come on back to the start. Let's go to the other side. Diagonally, whoops, don't fall over. 1 and 2, 3, back to the start. Diagonally out and pull up. Pull up. Your hand is coming toward your ribs. For rows, you might want heavier weights. Maybe you can double up with yours. That tipped me over. Oh, it weighs almost as much as I do. Oh, just kidding. I think I'm just because it's too slow to get them 2 in one hand. So I will use 1 in one hand. Here we go. Up, up, up. Oh, and there I go saying, here we go. 10 minutes into the workout. Oh dear. Maybe I already said it. 1, 2, 3. Has that lawnmower started yet? 1, 2, 3. The darn thing won't go. So here we go again. Keep pulling up toward your ribs. How many should we do? Well, I see that I forgot to move the clock to its handy timing place. So we'll just do 1 more each side. Here's 1 with our 3 rows. And then second one, also last, 2, 3, and there we go. So if you're using weights, put one down because the next exercise is I'll just show you. Forward lunge, and then pass your weight under your knee and back. Okay, switch legs, pass the weight under your knee, back to your first hand and back. Okay, so I was going to say the weight always ends up in the same hand, but does it? Does it? Yes, I guess it does. So pass it back to the hand that you started with, and that's what we're doing. Under, over. Under, over. How's that feeling? All right, can you even, yeah, you can see mine. Okay, I was going to say, can you even see the fact that I'm passing the weight under my knee? But yes, you can. Just keep it going. I'm alternating legs. You probably are too. It's easy with this exercise. Some of them are more naturally done on one side and then the other, but this one lends itself well to alternating. So that's what we're doing. And we'll keep it going a little bit more, because why not? Keep it rolling. Did I start on this leg? I probably did. So let's do 3 more. Here's 1, and 2, and if you started on the other leg, then do 1 more. And then we'll be all even. All right, split stance plus, should I try the 8s? I don't know, let's see. Going down to 5s. Going down to 5s. Well, actually, sorry, I'm keeping my 5s handy. So we're gonna do a split stance, just like we do in the warm-up. So 1 foot forward, other one back. This one we're just gonna do on one side, and then on the repeat, we will do it again. Okay, I'm curious, actually, if you're out of breath too, because again, that was one of the reasons that I opted not to do indoor workouts, because I think, oh my goodness, my one arm. Yeah, even if we're just doing weights, just in quotation marks, doing weights, I think we get our heart rates up. And then, yeah, all of a sudden, it's higher intensity. Let's curl up. So I don't know. Ooh. What should we do? Let's do 5 more seconds. I think that'll be about 45. How are you feeling? Curling up, pressing up, and then come on down. Okay, 1 more. I think I'm going to do this one with heavier weights too. Heavier for me. These are not heavier for everyone. Okay, this one we're going to do on one leg and then do the other leg. I don't know. Let's see how it goes when we start. I guess I should show you what we're doing. We are stepping back into a reverse lunge. Make sure you have enough room. Okay, so step back, reach forward with your weights, and then lift your back leg. Push yourself up. So it's a combination reverse lunge and then deadlift. So for the deadlift part, which is this part, you can have your foot on the ground for balance, but try to keep just a little bend in your knee, and your weight coming up close to your shin. Okay? Weight or weights, whatever you have in your hand. Shall we go? Yes. So stepping back, reach forward with your weights, lift that back leg if you can, or leave it on the floor and push yourself up on your front leg. And back to standing. Same leg going back, same leg going back. Reach forward, lift that back leg, push yourself up, push through your heel. Oops, and then stand. Same leg goes back. If you're alternating, that's fine too. But I'm going to do the same leg and then switch on the repeat. Step it back, fall, reach forward, lift your back leg, push yourself up, and come to standing. Step back, reach forward, lift your leg if you can. So if you notice, I hope your chin is up too, so that your head is, when we're reaching forward here, head is still above your heart. Okay, lift your leg, flat back, straighten up. Step back, reach forward. Okay, chin is up. Weights are close to your shin. You're pushing up through that leg. And standing. You can always do it with your back leg still on the ground. Whoops, it's maybe a little harder. Push yourself up. And then come to standing. Let's do, how many was that? Not sure. So reverse lunge, reach forward. Come on up. Let's make 2 more. I think this is quite a few, but they are, or it's quite a bit of time, I think. But not a lot of reps, I don't think. Maybe it is. Maybe you beg to differ. And up we go. Okay, remember which one was your standing leg. It might remind you, because we're going to take a little cardio break. What shall we do? I'm going to do hula hoop. Okay, 30 seconds of something. Getting your heart rate up a little bit, whatever you want to do. Make sure I have enough room here. This could be interesting. And let's go. 30 seconds. No pretending you have a hula hoop. You got to do something. Jump. Get a skipping rope. Go side to side. Do burpees. Do boxing. It's only 30 seconds and we only have 10 seconds left, so speed it up if you can. I don't know if I can go any faster. 4 seconds, 2, and 1, and done. There we go. Very nice. Okay, we're going to do the whole darn thing again. Starting with diagonal lunge plus rows. Righty. It's a good thing maybe about being at home too is you have a variety of weights to choose from. So if you want heavier ones for this exercise, or lighter ones, or nothing at all, that's what you use. And 3 on one side, then we come back to the start. Wide step out. 1, whoops, 2, and 3. Up to your ribs, try not to whack yourself, as I just did. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. This one too, actually all these exercises, you're keeping your head in line with the rest, the neck in line with the rest of your spine, right? So that your head is never hanging down. Okay, it's always looking forward. Just think of looking forward to the next exercise. Or to this one. And up. 2, 3. Cross again. Big wide V that you're stepping out into. How many more should we do? I started on this side. Let's do 2 more on each side. And here's the first one. A 4. Out. Oh no, I started on this side, so now. Oh, I don't know. Here we go. This is the last 2, right? 3 rows. The last 2 lunges. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay. Passing lunge, we're putting 1 weight down. And we are stepping forward. We're going to alternate legs. We're going to pass the weight under our front knee. Okay? So, step it out. Pass under. Back. Yeah, okay. I don't know. If you always end up in the start hand, then that doesn't make sense either. So just pass it to your other hand, step back, and under, and back. I think this just forces you to lean forward a little bit more. Again, with a nice flat back. You can do a couple of passes that I don't know. Never mind. I'm trying to figure it out as I go, so that the weight doesn't always end up in the hand that I started with. It's really not that complicated. That's what you should be saying to me. And up. How are you feeling? All these lunges. Don't worry, we have squats later. Whoops, to make up for all these lunges that we're starting with. Not to make up for them, just balance them out. Under and under on the other side. Oh, how is about 2 more after this one? 1, last 2. 1 and 1. Okay. Uh-oh, split stance. I probably had this foot forward, so now I'm going to have this foot forward. I shall try again with 8s. See how my shoulder does. Okay. Ready? Split stance. Drop down into it a little bit. Okay, as you're dropping down, though, try not to go like I'm exaggerating. But if you feel like you're like this a little bit, maybe come back. Think about straight line from the top of your head to your tailbone. That's kind of what you're aiming for. Everybody has different curvatures in their back, so you might end up a little far forward, but try to get back a bit. Okay. You ready? I'm sure you are, and have been for some time. So we curl it up, press it up, and try to stay down relatively low in our split stance. Curl up, press up. Keep it going. I think we went 45 seconds on this one. The other side, the last time. So we will do the same here. Think about your nice strong core holding you up. Keeping you nice and stable. Curl up and up. Curl up and up. Keep it going. How many more seconds do we have? I think about 10. Let's see. It helps when you look at where you started the exercise. But since I can't exactly recall, I'm going to say we have 1 more. 1 more. Curl up. Press up. Calm down. Good. And the last one was our reverse lunge. Now I have to think the right leg with my standing legs. So I am going to step back with my right leg this time. Are you ready? It's that reverse lunge, reach, deadlift. Okay? All right. So step back, reach forward with your weights, lift your back foot if you can, and come on up. Bit of balance required here too if you have that foot off the floor. You can leave it on the floor if you like, and just straighten up. Up to you. Reach forward, lift your leg if you can. Push up through that standing leg and come back to the start. If you were alternating before, please alternate again. If not, just work on that one standing leg and step back with the other one. Reach it forward, up off the ground, push up through that foot, and come back to standing. Okay? Really make a conscious effort of pushing up through your whole foot. Knees are bent a little bit. Or knee, I guess, since you only have one in front. Knees bent a little bit. Weights are really close to your shin as you're coming up. Up, 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 and you end up here. It's not really an arm exercise, this one. That's why you can use heavier weights, because it's more of a legs and glutes and back exercise. So, yeah. You could use heavy weights if you felt like it, and if you had them at your disposal, which I don't know if you do. Step it back, down, come on up. I think we did quite a few on the other side. Let's do 3 more and see if that hopefully takes us to about the same number on this side. Is this your wobbly side on this leg? You might have started on your dominant leg. So maybe you're feeling a little wobblier here. I'm just saying that because this is my non-dominant side, but this is also our last one. Lift your leg, push up. Excellent. Well done. Let's put our weights aside because we're going to do 30 seconds. Okay, this is the last time I'm going to use the hula hoop today, but it's fun, so what the heck. You're ready? 30 seconds on the clock. Some kind of cardio. Get your heart rate up. And keep it up for this little bit. Maybe it was already up when you were doing lunges and stuff. In which case, that's good too. Just means you're burning more calories, working harder. 5 more seconds. Keep it rolling. Go, go, go. And you can stop there. Woo. All right, we're going to change to a different... Actually, if you want to get a drink, now's a good time, I would say. Fix my clothing after hula hooping. Okay, I'll get a drink too. So yeah, get a drink and we will move to our next set, which is, these are the ones we're going to do with weights first and then with bands. They're a little bit different with bands, but not too different. Okay. The first one is the one that I am going to switch to really light weights for because it's a side lift. Side lift. Okay, so a little bit of upper body here and lower body too. So moving down to my Ruth Bader Ginsburg 3-pounders. Man, sorry, I'm sure I told you that. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, RBG, was doing her weights at the age of 83 with 3-pound weights going like this with her trainer. Anyway, we should all be so strong mentally and physically as RBG was. Okay, enough of that. That was your rest time while I nattered away. Lateral raises up to the side. So maybe I'll do one heavier one. Keep going, please. Just up to shoulder height. Okay, think about shoulders coming together in the back maybe a little bit as you're coming up. You can keep your feet moving too. Ah, dear. I need to work my way up. Do you feel these ones too? Is it just me? Is it just me? I think it might be. It's all right. Nice strong core, nice strong shoulders. Just lift up. Lift up. I sprained my shoulder one time long ago skiing. I didn't know it was possible to sprain your shoulder, but here's how I did it in case you ever want to try. Take one ski pole, land on it wrong with it right in your armpit. That should do it. Did it for me. Dang. Oh, and we've never been the same. That's all right. Okay, I think this is probably good. Last one. Hoo-yah! Okay. My goodness, Anne. Anyway, that's fine. It's good. As I say, body weight's good too. Oh, actually, that's our next exercise. Similar, but not the same. So that was a lateral raise. This next one, you have your torso parallel to the ground and you're coming out to the side, okay? So please, you're not going like this. You don't have to go straight arms out. You can have a little bend like this, leading with your elbows. Shoulder blades are coming together, okay? So if you want to make it a little more challenging in the balance department, then do it on one foot. And let's start right here. Okay, so squeezing shoulder blades together. Squeeze them together in the back. You can have toes on the floor if you need a little more balance, or you can have your foot completely off the floor. Or like last week, you could have your foot jammed into the wall if you like. That could give you some balance and makes your legs work a little harder too, I think. So it's up to you. You might not like your foot on the floor if you're working out in your lovely dining room or something. Let's switch legs. If you're doing one leg, if you're on 2 legs, just keep it going as you are. Out to the side. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Check your core. Is it nice and strong? Stabilizing you in this off-kilter position. It's not off-kilter, it's perfectly on-kilter. It's just requiring some balance. Squeeze shoulder blades together for your last one. Squeeze. Good. Good. All right, what are we doing? Squat plus an overhead press. I don't even think we've done any squats yet except in the warm-up. So squat, overhead press. You know these ones. Down, up, and overhead. Okay, let's keep our palms. See how the backs of my hands are facing you? Palms are facing back. Let's try that. So you're sitting down into it. Down, up, press up, and down, and up, and down. Knees stay behind your toes. Have a peek at them when you're in this position. Okay? Trying to push your rear end back. Keep your toes, or your knees behind your toes. Maybe lined up over your second toe, if you want to be that precise. Maybe you do. But again, just like the curves in our spine, we also have different shapes of the way our knees go. Some people end up like this, you know. So that's just kind of an in-between to try to keep your knees lined up over your toes. I know it doesn't come naturally to everyone. That's what I'm trying to say. Last one. Up and down. Okay. Uppity pop up. Okay. This next one, my cheat sheet note is long, so we're going to start with hands in the middle. Your hands are going to go out to the side as you go down and then back into the center. Okay? So out to the side, back to the center. Let's change our foot position a little bit and do a wide squat. Why not? Just to, whoops, why? Because I fall over. Out to the side, back in. Trying to keep our arms shoulder height. This one I also find tough. Do you? Do you? Maybe you don't. Maybe these ones are really easy. Out to the side. And out to the side. Nice strong core. Think about sitting straight down from head to tailbone. Oh my goodness, do we have to wrap this up soon because my arms get Don't notice that I put the weight down. I guess I chose the right angle here. So you can't see that I have no, oh you can see that I have no weight in my right hand. Down, back in, 2 more. 1, and last one. Out, in, okay. Good, okay, what are we doing here? Let us do, this one's easier with the band, but we're gonna do it with weights too. So arms are kind of out in a little bit of a V, up overhead. You're gonna pull them down and pull your knee up. So think about pulling shoulder blades kind of toward each other, okay, as you're coming down, and knee comes up, like so. And let's do it. Oh wow, I just looked at the time. My goodness. I never know because they change the workouts every week. Never quite sure how long the workout is going to take. But I always hope that I have enough material and not too much. Just the right amount. Okay, arms are starting out in a little bit of a V. Squeeze down. Do you notice too that maybe they get a little bit easier Wednesday and Friday as you know what you're in for? Maybe I was talking to somebody on the weekend who said that. Workouts feel hard on Monday, and then by Wednesday and Friday, well, you know what's coming, so makes it a tiny bit easier. Last one. There we go. Good. Okay, cardio again. 30 seconds goes by quick. It's going to start in about 2 seconds. I'm going to do speed skaters. If you ever want a hula hoop, I know where you can get them. Because they're kind of fun. It's a springy thing, isn't it? And spring is coming. Keep it going. That was 15 seconds in. So for the last 10 seconds, let's see if we can pick it up. Faster, faster. I don't think I'm going any faster. Come on, buddy. Go. Last few seconds. Oh yeah, I gotta move the arms, that helps. And that was 30. Good, okay. So if you have bands, we're gonna use them for similar exercises. Yeah, very similar. Okay, except lateral raise. Well, you're gonna laugh when you see my lateral raise with a band. It looks like this. How does yours look? Let's do a little bit of it. My arms don't go very far out. I was trying to find a stretchier band. Okay, ready? Oh, lateral raise. Ideally, your arms are going out here, up here. Is that how high yours are getting? Mine are not. Curse this band. Oh, well, it makes me laugh if nothing else. Come on, baby. Lift out to the side. As high as you can go. Do you see any movement at all? I wonder how you're doing. Let me know after. Not right now. Don't stop doing this one. Lift out to the side. Little bend in your knees. Little grimace in your face. Oh, dear. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it's my band or my arms. Hard to say. When I saw a person do it online, he was like this with a band. So maybe he just had something easier to use. All right. Enough of that. Okay, reverse fly. How do we do that one? We stand on the band. Let's stand on it on one foot. It might be too, I don't know. Let's see. Hold the band where you need to. Hold it closer in to make it harder. I just find this a little bit long. But anyway, this is the one where we're maybe on one leg if you want to. We'll switch halfway through if you're on one leg. We're just pulling out to the side. Out to the side. Pretend a ball is inflating underneath you. Pushing your arms out to the side. And making your shoulder blades move toward your spine in the back. Okay? Moving toward your spine. Squeeze together. Oh, let's switch legs if you're on one leg. Keep it going if you're on two legs. If you're on three legs, also keep it going. That was a little joke. Monday morning joke. Out to the side. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Go, go, go. What do we have? Just a few more seconds. Keep pulling out to the side. And the last one, out to the side. Good. Okay. Squat with overhead press. I was going to do this one side at a time. So you can do it like so. We're squatting down, pressing. Excuse me, I have to make it a little harder. Or I mean a little easier. Down, up, up, down, up, up. Just one side. Out. Easier still. So play with your band, see what resistance works for you. Pushing up, squatting down. As you're squatting down, make sure you're sitting back. Knees are staying behind your toes. Let's do one more. Yes, this will be our one more. Sadly, I don't know how many that was, but we'll do the same number on this side, or attempt to. Oh my goodness, I am whack-a-dack this morning. Oh dear. Must be spring fever. Up and down. Go, go, go. Push it up and up. Maybe you can do this with both arms at once if your band is and your arms allow you to. But I find it's too, can't get enough stretch in the band for both sides at once. That's why we're doing one at a time. And let's make the next one our last one. Hopefully that's close to what we did on the other side. Okay. The next one is the one where we opened up as we squatted down. So let's take a wide squat again. Arms are starting close together. Well, you'll see when you get down where you want to be holding onto your band, and that was a pretty good spot for me. So if you don't like the handles flopping on you, you can put your hands through the handles, but you know what? This one's not too bad. At least your handles aren't getting you in the face. Squat down, big wide squat. Arms out to the side as you squat down. Just showing you from the side, trying to stay straight up and down with my upper body out to the side. And go. Okay, how about one more? And then we come back in. Good. And diagonal pull downs. This one, maybe you want your hands through because your band's up higher and maybe the handles are going to hang down in your head, in your face. So, is that wrong? So, we are starting with wider than shoulder width, higher than head, coming down to your chest. Same thing we did with the weights. It looks like this. And pull your knee up at the same time. So I often see coming down to your stomach. You're just coming down to your chest. Just to chest, pulling down. Pull down. Show you from the side. Lifting that knee to make it a compound exercise. Get the legs and the core working. Bring that knee up. Bring the band down. Okay. Good. Good. Should we do 10 more seconds? Okay. And down. Pulling if you're using your weights. Well, we did this with weights the first time, so hopefully you're fine. Last one. Down. Okay. Good. And then the very last one we didn't do with weights. And you know what? We won't do it with our band either because we're running out of time. Sheesh. Ça va vite. Let's do our 30 seconds, starting in 5 seconds. I think this is our last cardio. So here we go. I'm going to do forward. This one I find harder if you do it more slowly, but I think I'm going to speed it up for the last 10 seconds. And those 10 seconds are coming up very shortly, right now in fact. So speed it up if you want to, whatever you were doing. And we're going to wrap it up right there. Good. Okay. Right. So we are going to do just a tiny bit of balance while we catch our breath and then move into our core stuff. So we haven't done this in a while, but let's go. Step to one side and hold. Step or jump to one side and hold. Okay, just on your own. See if you can get a bigger jump and hold it. Bigger jump or step and hold. If that's too easy, close your eyes and see if you can hold it. Are you peeking? I can't see. Can't see the screen or you. You gotta hold it for a couple of seconds though to make it worthwhile. Good. Are you all caught up in your heart rate? Good. Let's get a drink and then let's get our mats. And how do we get to be 1:45? Sheesh. All right. Well, I will get my mat. No, first I'll get a drink. You can multitask, maybe. I can walk and talk, but that's about as good as it gets. Can't drink and talk. Except maybe at a bar. But I can barely remember going to a bar. It's been so long. Right, so let's get our mats. Luckily or unluckily for you, sadly or not, we might not have time for all the core stuff I had planned. Might have to tweak the workout for Wednesday. What were we going to start with? Okay, I'm going to get my timer. Better known as a phone. So that I can time our first one, which is going to be a hovering plank. So that's the one where you're on your, let's see, I was going to do it on hands and knees. Knees just slightly off the floor. And then also to add to it, you're doing a tap, a shoulder tap alternating, alternating, not at the same time. That's not going to work unless you want to get rid of some front teeth. Okay, ready? So, and start the clock. Here we go. Knees are off the ground just a tiny bit. Maybe take them a little wider because that will help you stay balanced as you remove one point of contact. Keep it going. You can also do this as a regular plank if you like, but I don't think it worked. Well, I guess you could do it from your forearms as well if your wrists bother you. It's up to you. Have to try all the variations. Okay, nice strong core. You're trying to keep your body lined up, hips lined up toward the mat. Okay, keep it going, keep it going. Let's just go 2 more seconds. And that's it. So come on down, take it to a quick child's pose while I see what we are doing next, which is a little bit of a crunch with a little bit of a butterfly feet kind of. Sorry, I didn't even check to see if the mat is properly set up so you can see me. I think you can. Okay, so we have soles of our feet toward each other for this one. Okay, so it kind of takes the hip flexors out of the mix. That's why we do it this way. Or so they tell me. Up overhead with your arms, and then you're just going to try to sit up and reach past your toes. Back down, lower down, and then come up. And back down again. Okay, this part is about the hardest, isn't it? Right here. You got to get past that inertia, maybe? That point of inertia. Reach up. I didn't know this was a physics class, too. You're right, you're right. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But ask me about Latin, I might know a few things. Not very many. Up we go. How are you doing? Doing all right? Does it feel any different? Try one with your knees just here and see. That seems easier, doesn't it? So maybe the hip flexors do play a part in the whole sit-up world. We're trying to get them out of the picture by sitting like this in our butterfly position. Okay, that is going to be our last one. And then we are going to go into something with a weight. So if your weights are close by, I hope they are, you can grab one. I think I'll use this one because I'm not sure. We're going to go into a half kneel position. So starting in a full kneel, half kneel, knee out front. Okay, but I'm going to show you, foot out front. So I'm going to show you from the front. We're trying to keep our hip bones facing forward, even though we're going up and across and down. Up, across and down. I wonder if it works better. Maybe it works better to start on the knee forward side so that you can get even more range here on the downside. Otherwise your leg is kind of in the way. So hip bones are trying to face forward, but your core is turning a little bit. Okay, hope that makes sense. Let's go a few more on this side. Keep it rolling just to there. And then we're going to come back to full kneel, half kneel the other way. Okay, so starting on the high leg side, up and across and down. Maybe even right past your back leg. Up, down. Hip bones are still facing forward. So your core is twisting a little bit, but your hips are staying strong. Excellent. Go up, cross and down, up. For the next one, I'm just thinking ahead here because we only have a few more seconds. You might want a heavier weight. Okay, if you have one. You don't have to, but I see that because we've done this one before in class very rarely because people go, I don't really feel anything. So let me know if you feel anything with a heavier weight. Don't drop it on your head. Ready? You're just drawing a circle. I've come back to my first leg forward, just drawing a halo around your head. You should. Maybe you feel your core working here to stabilize. I think it does make a difference to have something heavier overhead. So if you have a dog that weighs more than 5 pounds, maybe you could lift that, or 2 of them. Let's go. Switching legs, and we will switch direction too. Okay, so switching direction, holding everything nice and strong. The bigger your halo, the better an angel you are. No, I was going to say, the bigger your halo, the more you'll have to force those muscles to stabilize you. Okay, so make a big circle if you can. Around and around, and then down. Good. Right, what else do we have? Oh, it's getting close, but let's do this next one. Yeah, maybe 2 more, and then that will be it, and we will do some stretching. But the first one is kind of, again, make sure you have room. We're going to do, it's basically a V-sit to start. So hands behind your legs, roll your shoulders back, nice and strong in the core. Okay, you're going to come up to high boat. You can either have your legs out for harder or in for a little bit easier. And then you're going to go down to low boat, which is just hovering off the ground, and then come back up to the higher position. And hold it here a couple of seconds, and then lower down, trying not to touch the floor, trying to keep a nice strong core. Okay, protect your lower back. Come down a bit lower if you can, and then come up again. Funny how this feels easier once you've done the low one. Low boat. Here we go. We're still keeping a bit of a V, so our feet are up, our head is up. Okay, you're coming close to the floor, but not touching it. And then back up. Let's do 2 more. Okay, coming down, 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 and then up. Are you breathing? Yes? Good. I'm sure you are. Although sometimes we forget in these core ones that we have to breathe. So I'm certainly breathing because I'm talking. So you can talk to yourself. You can curse me, but you don't want to because we're just about done. This is our very last one, and I think it's an easier one. So we're coming onto our back. Curl your knees up, and then you're just going to roll forward, roll back, and forward and back. So you're not touching your head to the ground or your neck, just your shoulders. And then your feet. Roll it up and back and back. Nice. I think the advanced part of this will be standing up from here. Maybe by Friday we'll be doing that. Maybe I better work on it. Okay, last little roll. There we go. How you feeling? Good? I hope so. All right. Well, we are going to go into stretching now because we are well into stretching time. So let's come onto our backs. Since we're lying around here anyway, let's go into our big old stretch. Reach those arms up overhead. Kick out through your heels. Reach, reach, reach. Okay, big full body stretch here. And then let's take our legs in. So feet are flat on the floor. And then we're going to take one leg up. Oh, if you want to use your band to put it around your foot, you certainly can. And then just try to keep toes pointing toward you. Straight leg. Maybe your heel is angled toward the outside of your body, turning in your hip joint. Okay, so not just turning your foot, but turning your whole leg. Okay, and pull it closer to you if you can. Sorry if I'm going to go through this a little more quickly because I cut into our stretching time. So anyway, we're going out to the side with this leg and still pulling it toward us. Okay, toes are still pointing down, dorsiflexed foot. And then let's go up. Switch hands with the band or with your hands. Pull across. But your pelvis is still on the floor, flat on the floor. So you're not rolling over like this. Okay, you're just pulling your leg across a little bit. Toes are still pointed toward you. I always grab my toes when I say that, don't I? Just to remind us all. And then back up to the center. Take that band off if you had it. And then cross ankle on knee. Pull your lower leg in toward you. Foot comes off the floor, and maybe you're feeling it in the glutes of the top leg. If you want to feel it a bit more, I would say hold on your shin, pull your leg in tighter, and lean away from that top knee. So if your right leg is on top, you're leaning to the left, just until you feel enough of a stretch. Whatever's working. Okay, and then let's just unwrap our legs there. Do some little ankle circles. One way and then the other way. And then we'll put one foot down and come to our other leg. So toes toward you, heel up toward the ceiling. Okay, and then just pull that leg in closer, whether you're using a band or just your hands. It's all good. And then we will just take our leg out to the side. Still pulling it toward our head a little bit. And then we bring it back up to the center. Switch hands. Pull your leg across while still keeping that side of your pelvis anchored to the floor. Right, just pull your leg across, toes pointing toward you. And then back to the center. Take off the band if you were using it and cross your leg on top. Other ankle on knee this time, and either hold on behind your knee, like so, or underneath your knee on your shin. They're both good. Pull in. You can play around with the angle of this lower leg, the lower leg, just to get more stretch, or lean away from your knee on the side you're trying to stretch. Okay, and then let's come on back up again. And then feet flat. We're going to do Alexander shoulder stretch or a full spinal twist. Well, it comes to the same thing often. So scoot your hips to one side, drop your knees, bring your hands palm to palm on the same side as your knees, and then slide your top palm over. And you're coming around. You might get into a position where your hands are in a T, or your arms are in a T. Okay, you can hold it here if you like. Maybe it feels good to just take a few breaths here as you think about getting your shoulder blade toward the floor on the upper hand, the one that's moving. Or you can keep it moving the whole time. Around. Or hold it, whatever you like. But we're going to close it up very soon. Let's close it up right about now. And then we will switch sides. So push yourself up to sitting, or just switch to the other side. I'm going to push myself up to sitting so that I can see you. Well, I can't see you, but I don't want to turn my back to you. So hips are scooted to one side, knees come down so that your hips and knees and ankles are all stacked up. And then your hands are stacked up palm to palm. And then just draw that big arc around yourself. We did lots of arms and shoulders, so it's good to stretch them out. Stretch them out. Wherever you get to, if you get to a certain point and you just want to hold it, wherever that is, then just do that. Just relax into it. Or keep it moving. I'm going to do a bit of both. A little bit of movement, a little bit of holding. Big stretch. This is the kind of stretch you can do during the day too. You don't have to be lying down. You can just do kind of like a standing backstroke kind of thing, just to keep the shoulders mobile. Get you ready for swimming season. Outdoor swimming season, that is. I think it's always swimming season. Hands are back together now. Let's come on up to sitting. How are we doing? I think we're doing well. Let's go hands together, interlaced, and then let's just press away, open up in between the shoulder blades. Okay, either with palms toward you or palms pressed away. See which one, or maybe some combination of both. And then come up, and then down to the side. We will use those hands to push ourselves up to standing. Maybe you can practice your rolling on a ball and coming up to standing. tomorrow. Tomorrow for sure you'll get to that. Me too. What are we doing here? We have a tiny bit of time, so let's go into our split stance. Drop your back knee. Okay, so push your hip forward a little bit so you feel your hip flexors. And then take the same side arm as the back leg up and then over. Up and then over. Stretch it out. Maybe make a big circle with it. And then let's come on up. Before we switch to the other side, we'll do our one side here. Trying to get adductors. So really straighten this leg, really sit into the bent leg. As much as you can. Come on up and over. Other side. Stretching it out. Really sit down into that bent leg. Sitting back so that your knee is behind your toes. And then come on up. Swivel it. And drop your back knee. Hopefully it's your other knee this time. Press your hip forward. Arm comes up. And then arm goes across your body, across the vertical line of your body. And then just come on up to standing. I know we skipped a few, but we've run out of time. So stretch some more if you feel like it. Please do, or throughout the day. But for now, thank you so much for coming. We'll do our one big breath here. Big inhale coming up. And big exhale. Down. Shake it out. Congratulate yourselves. Thank you for joining me on a Monday morning. I hope to see you Wednesday. Maybe. Good. All right. We'll see you. Thanks. Bye.